Next thing are the adverbs. These are the modifiers for the verbs or some other adverbs or some adjectives or even the whole sentences. It also adds a bit more information about the place, time, cause, manner, frequency or degree to the verbs, or other adverbs, adjectives, phrases and sentences. For example, like if you have to modify a verb, the verb here is run, or as it can be seen here, the verb is used in the past tense. For example, he ran. You can just simply say he ran, which means that he has already ran from a place to another place. But if you add the word quickly, it adds some different meaning, like it adds a different perspective to the sentence. Like you could say that he just ran or he ran slowly, which would mean that he is a slow runner, but he ran quickly shows that he is a quick runner. You can find some idea about his running from here. Next is modifying a sentence, like thankfully they have all managed to escape. So the word thankfully makes a kind of sense that the writer is actually thankful that the persons have escaped. They might be held in hostage by some robbers or some kind of thugs, but they have escaped. They have managed to escape, and he is thankful about that. And the another type is modifying an adjective. He is really old. So we could just say that he is old, but he is really old means that he is in the elder side of being old. Uh, it is providing a narrative that he is showing that he is on the elder side of the age. So the most expensive watch has been lost. So the most expensive is the adverb in here, which shows the quality of the watch. So modifying another adverb, like it is simply too expensive. So simply adds a different narrative. So you cannot argue that it's not expensive if you refer to this sentence. It is quite simple to understand that a Rolex watch can cost a lot of money, right? So it is simply too expensive means that it is generally known to everyone that it's expensive. So for example, you would say that a Lamborghini car is simply too expensive because you know it, right? Modifying a prepositional phrase is like is saying that he is almost at the top. It means that he has not reached the top, but he is quite there. He's about to reach the top. So the adverbs can often occur as a part of phrase, often introduced by the preposition to form an adverbial phrase. So for example, you can say that he walked in a most peculiar way. So it is showing the manner that the person is walking. Adverb can be used as an adverbial clause. For example, he looked for the book in the class where he had left it. So the person is looking for the book in the class, and the latter part of the sentence, like the where he had left it, is an adverbial which is referring to the class. So he knows that he has left the book in the class and he's looking for the book in the class. So the next things are the prepositions. These are simply grammatical words which are used to create noun phrase or prepositional phrases. So phrases are a combination of words. So generally the prepositions are different based on time, place and moment. We'll talk in detail about them here. So for the preposition of time, you can see the meeting is at 10 p.m. So at here is showing the time, right? The meeting is at 10 p.m. So at is showing the time and it is a preposition. He will come by the next week. By is the preposition here. I have lived here for 2 years. It is showing the time span, right? So for is a preposition. I I studied in the university since 2010. It is showing that the time that the mm, time the point in time since the person has studied in that particular university. So since is a preposition which is used to denote the time. Next is the preposition of place. The guest is at the door. So you can see the word at is used both to decide the preposition of place, but in here it was used to decide the preposition of time. So it is generally a preposition which can also be used to relay the message that the person is next to a door or like at the door. Birds are in the tree. So in here is the preposition. The cat is under the tree. Under here is showing the place that the cat is. Preposition of movement. She was walking along the road, which means that she was walking along the road. She was not moving left or right. She was just walking along the road. So along is the preposition. The hotel is near the temple. So it is showing the movement kind of thing where you ask for direction to some person and they say to you that you will find the hotel when you reach near the temple, or it might be also seen as the temple is more famous place than the hotel. So if you find the temple, you will find the hotel nearby it. So near is the preposition of movement. Cats are under the table. So the cats can move anywhere, right? Cats can move anywhere, so the movement is generally shown that the cats are under the table. The next type is preposition for connections, like you are connecting two things. They were ready for the party. So they are getting ready is one thing, the party is another thing, but for is connecting those two events. So he was wearing a shirt with short sleeve. He was wearing a shirt is a different thing. Short sleeves are different thing, but with connects that the shirt is having a short sleeve, like it is a short shirt, half shirt kind of thing. So this is the best ring of gold. So the ring and gold are connected by off. So it is connecting. The ring can be made of anything, but off is showing that the ring is made of gold. The preposition of exceptions, like beside football, I like cricket. So it is mean to say that I also like football while playing cricket. Like uh, you can also see it this way that I like to play football, and apart from that, I also like cricket. So I like both of them. So besides football, I like cricket. Everybody was present except me. So everybody was there, but I was not there. So it is also showing the exception. Only one man was present. So it is showing the denoting the presence, but the person who was present there was single. So only one man was present. Next type is the conjunction. Conjunction have the linking or connecting functions. These link the words, phrases, and clauses to create larger grammatical units. For example, we can see in the first type of conjunction, which is a coordinating conjunction, like it links the equal units. For example, and, but, or are some kind of are the kinds of coordinating conjunctions. For example, you can see he is poor but honest. But is linking his poverty with his honesty. Although those things do not need to happen simultaneously, but the word but is indicating that despite being poor, he is honest. So Ram went there and reported the truth. So the word and is the conjunction here. Next type is the subordinating conjunctions. It is used to join dependent and independent clauses. For example, however, although, when, because, these are some kinds of subordinating conjunction. So while the word subordinate means to helping a main thing, it also adds detail to the main clause. For example, you can see here, he brought the phone even though he already had a good one. We can see that the person already had a good phone, but despite that he brought a new phone. So even though here is subordinating conjunction. Last but not the least, in the parts of speech, we will see interjections. These are used to suggest emotional outburst, pain, surprise, happiness, etc. For example, ouch, hey, ugh are some kind of interjections. We can see in the sentence, yuck, I hate the taste of this food. So the word yuck is an interjection, which is the sudden reaction of the person after eating or after tasting that food. So the next type are the phrases, and these are the useful all-purpose name given to any short sequences of words. Like you can see here, the children should watch less TV. So it can be replaced with they should watch less TV. They denotes the children, right? They is a noun phrase. There are different types of phrases we can see here. I'm not feeling hot enough. Hot enough. Hot itself is an adjective. Hot enough is an adjective phrase. I would do the work very happily indeed. So, very happily indeed are the adverb phrases. The person would do the work happily, but he would do very happily indeed. It means that it is increasing the likelihood, the happiness for him doing the work. The pirate with the wooden leg robbed the ship. So it is a prepositional phrase. The pirate with the wooden leg robbed the ship. It is denoting the person, like the pirate with the wooden leg. The pirate and the wooden leg are connected by the word with. So it is a phrase, general phrase, which is using prepositions in it. So it is called a prepositional phrase. Nearly everyone got themselves vaccinated. It is a pronoun phrase, sorry. Everyone is a pronoun, and nearly everyone, like almost all of everyone, got themselves vaccinated. So nearly everyone is a pronoun phrase. They put on the new dress. It is a verb phrase. Put on is a verb phrase because it is used together with a verb, right? Putting on is a phrase. Next is a clause. So as we talked about it earlier, a combination of phrases makes the clause. So it can be seen as a verb and the phrases clustering around it. It is a structural unit smaller than a sentence but larger than phrases or words. These might convey some meaning. For example, we can see he said that he wants his toy. So it can be broken down into two clauses, which is the main clause, that is he said, and the subordinate clause, which is used to support it, that he wants his toy. So there are two clauses. The most, as we talked about it earlier, the thing which is ranking, the unit which is ranking the highest in the hierarchy for grammatical units is the sentence. It is the combination of words, clauses, and phrases which generally convey a meaning. So we'll see some types of sentences. For example, Paul likes football is a simple sentence. You can borrow my pen if you need one. It's a complex sentence, as you can see, right? You needing one is one kind of sentence, and you borrowing my pen, it is connected by a preposition if. It is a conditional preposition, so it is a complex sentence. The next type is a compound sentence. It can be identified into two different types of sentences, like Paul likes football and David likes chess. So it is again connected by a preposition, which is sorry, it is connected by a conjunction called and. I saw her when she arrived for the first time, but I did not see her later. It is a compound complex sentence. Like you can disassociate it, like you can disassociate this particular sentence in many other sentences. So the general sentence types that we are going to talk about here are the declarative sentences, which are used to convey information or make statements. For example, David plays piano, or I hope you can come tomorrow. It is declaring something. The next type is the imperative sentence, which is used in issuing order or directives. So if someone says that give me your book, then that person is asking for a book from you, or he's commanding you to give them a book. Don't shut the door. Let me go ahead. Write soon, won't you? Leave your coat here, will you? So these are some kind of imperative sentences which are used to issue orders or provide certain kind of directions. The next types are interrogative sentences, which are used to ask questions. The questions are generally yes no questions, WH questions, tag questions, or echo questions, or the rhetorical questions. So we'll see one by one. Is this your book? Only requires one answer, right? It either requires you to answer yes or no. So it is a yes no type of question. May I come in? Again is a yes no question. What is your name? It is using what. He is asking for your name. So you cannot just say yes or no in this type of questions. So it is a type of WH questions. David plays piano, doesn't he? So in here you can answer by saying yes or no, but in here it is already implying towards a sentences. It is just tagging a sentence, so it is called as a tag question. The next type is like if someone says, a person A says he lives in a London, so if person B says London, so it is a echo question. These are generally seen in conversations. Who cares is a rhetorical kind of question. It does not really mean anything, but it generally shows that the person is not interested in that particular conversation. The other type is the exclamative sentence. So these are used to make exclamations while implying the happiness, wonder, surprise, pain, grief, etc. What a stupid man he is. So it is generally followed by an exclamation mark. How wonderful you look. Ah, it pains. Hooray, we are the winners. The other type are the optative sentences, which are generally used for expressing wishes, greetings, and willingness. So if I say God bless you, then I'm just wishing you that the God blesses you in some kind. Long live your parents. Good morning. So these are generally different kind of greetings. So in here we talked about different type of grammatical units, which were the sentences, phrases, clauses, and words. So and also we also dissociated the words in morphemes. So I hope that you knew a lot, like after this class you identify different types of grammatical units, and you will be able to recognize at least some of them while you see different words or read different paragraphs in your course or theories. So I hope you had a good day. So this is the end of lecture 3.